G'day fellow miners and welcome to another tutorial. My name is Armitage and today's tutorial is on this. This is an auto harvesting cocoa bean machine. That rhymes. This is a co-development between myself and Mennace. We were kind of playing around here on the my test world, and we sort of thought, that we haven't really seen a lot of kind of automated or semi-automated cocoa bean farms out there. Most people just build a couple of walls and attach pistons to them, and that's about it. But this is a pretty much automatic, and it's quite high yield. So you get a lot of cocoa beans out of it in a very short amount of time. It is kind of reminiscent of the old bread maker, except that it uses multiple plantings. It also requires that you have quite a bit of bone meal. So a skeleton farm or a mob farm is the most ideal thing to have. So I'll just get rid of this out of my inventory. I'm going to give you a quick demonstration on how it works. Actually, you don't need bone meal. You just need 2 empty slots on your hotbar. The machine is currently in passive mode, which means nothing will happen if these pods grow. So you can plant pods and let them grow naturally if you like. You just walk to the end and you flick this switch. The beans are knocked off, the blocks are moved forward, and the dispenser dispenses enough bone meal for you to grow your beans. Now you'll hear pistons activating in the background, and then they reset, and then we grow the beans so that the pods so that the pistons activate again. They're bud switches, obviously, and once we've finished growing them, it automatically resets, and another, in this case, 15 bone meal dispensed. And then you just go along and you repeat this process until you're done. Ooh, I think I went a bit early. Yeah, that can be a problem. You can actually go, you can actually bone meal these too early, so you have to wait for the buds to reset. And so on. And then once you're done, you just put it into passive mode again, plant your cocoa beans, and you can either use the bone meal that was dispensed to grow them and then leave them in that position ready for another use, or you can take your bone meal with you or put it into one of the dispensers or many of the dispensers. As you can see, that pod just grew and it didn't trigger this bud array. Ooh, there's my phone. So we're going to take a quick break, and then I will come back and show you how to build this. Okay, welcome back folks, and we are going to be building, in this part of the tutorial, the sensor array, the bud sensor array. This is going to be a two-part tutorial. So the other half of the tutorial is going to be on Mennace's channel. So there will be a link in the description for that part, and head over there to see how to build the remainder of this machine. So I'm just going to build this sensor array part today. So you'll need a couple of different building blocks of your choice. I am using jungle wood here because of the fact that it's a cocoa bean farm. So you put in jungle wood. You can use any type of material you like. We're going to build this one slice at a time. So you start with 2 blocks and then a sticky piston on top, and attach to the sticky piston a block and a block underneath. Then we place a redstone torch on the block underneath, and then a block on the front of that redstone torch. On top of that block, place a repeater and set the repeater to 2, like so. Then in front of that repeater, another block with a redstone torch on top of it. Then we place 3 blocks back towards the piston and a block on top of that torch. Place redstone dust, then a repeater, set the repeater to 4, and then another redstone dust. And that is that is the complete bud switch. So if we update it, it will activate. Simple matter of just building multiples of these, and you can build this as wide as you like, up to 15 blocks. Oops, floating block. Up to 15 blocks wide, and all you need to do is just repeat the pattern. Once you've built one, it's a lot easier to build multiples of them. As you can see, that block updated the bud switch. Every time you place a block next to this piston, it will update the bud switch. Set to 2. Redstone torch, redstone. Set to 4. So you get the general idea. I'll build one more. As you can see, now that there's multiple bud switches, you'll notice that this one is triggered but not reset. Now that will not reset until the other bud switches have been triggered. So that's kind of the little secret to this, to the way this works. There's also a tricky little counter that we've co-designed, which I think is really good. It's really compact. Oops, I'm going to need that there. It's really compact, and it's a neat little piece of redstone technology that will be shown in Mennace's half of the tutorial. There we go again. It sets the single bud off, and we need our repeater on 2, torch, redstone repeater on full ticks, and that is that. So to reset it all. Interesting. What is going on there? Did I knock a torch off? I did. Anyway, that was just a little bit of a bug. I apologise for coughing. So yeah, that's the sensor array, the bud switch array. The last thing you need to do for this portion of the build is place an output torch just here. So this is the output torch that will connect to this tricky little binary sequential counter. Basically what this does is gives you a 2 count. So it'll only trigger every second time, I think. Do I have it set up over here? Yeah, so this is the you'll see it'll only trigger every second input. Which is what you want. And that will be built in Mennace's half of the tutorial. So that's pretty much it. We don't need to cover any more. We have built the sensor array. The remainder of the farm will be shown to you in Mennace's part of the tutorial. So the link will be annotated on the screen, and it'll also be in the description. So check it out. Thank you for watching, guys, and keep on digging.